another each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Good afternoon. Happy Monday. Monday. Hey, Michelle. How are you? Missed you earlier. I did 12 by 12 earlier. Did 12 step earlier, but it's good to see you here today. Hey, Ingrid. Good to see you. You know, it's funny because every time I have one of these, and I have one almost every day, my brain still goes, where's the vodka? It still doesn't understand. It's like, this tastes great and everything, but there's an ingredient missing. It's like, yeah, it's not Sunday morning. I'm going to be drinking. Hi, Amber. And your pizza. Man, looks like we already got some people here. Let's go ahead and get started. Welcome to Daily Trudge. I know you're having fun. Yeah, it's just one of those days where, yeah. Welcome to Daily Trudge, Dion, host. Say hello, live or rewatch. See, I can still say the same thing and not include a lot of words. The English language is messed up that way. It's messed up that way. So we're talking about triggers being our own responsibility, man. Right? Yeah, that can be hard putting on a mask. Okay, I see what you're saying. Got it. There's, and I don't know. I sent something to the group about stuff going on, but it keeps saying my message keeps failing. So I wonder if that's God saying, Dion, just shut up and stay out of it. We have two people and this is kind of where this is coming from. Okay, I'm gonna give just a short story. There was a person that were being disruptive in the group to the point where we had to remove them. I mean, it was getting too bad, and words were exchanged, and time has passed, and the person said, hey, can I come back in the group? We did group conscious, which I think is stupid. Let them back in, blah, 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 right? Well, one other person didn't like this, and they decided they wanted to disrupt the group yesterday with their anger, okay? And that still is not okay. And now people are starting to take sides, and there are no sides. That meeting is about the newcomer, period. And if two grown men cannot handle their shit, then they need to leave, period. I don't care who they are. Doesn't matter. Okay? Those meetings are for the newcomers, man. They're not there for you to crosstalk or say this person did that, this person did that. Okay? And it doesn't matter whether I like you or not. That has nothing to do with it. If you're being disruptive in a meeting, I mean, that's just how it is. I go to a lot of meetings where people don't like me. I don't care. So what? These people talk mad shit about me. Right? But I know they won't say it to my face. I know they won't do it. So I just move on. It's quite often I'll say something in a meeting. People, oh, no. And because they don't either want to understand or, okay, so my triggers need to be my own responsibility. Right? Now, I'm not saying that there aren't things that people do, but we're talking in general here. If we get into specifics, then we're going to start to what if, and we can't do that either. Yeah. And people don't like me because I'm a male who speaks my feelings. I get it. I get it. People are always like, wow, I know I'm different. People automatically don't like me because I have a male sponsor. I talked from the big book at Stepware. Yeah. All right. What are our intentions there? All right. So as an alcoholic, it doesn't matter. Okay. Even on Facebook, if I'm having a hard time, now you watch, there's going to be vodka. There's going to be vodka on my webpage. It's going to pop up, especially since I've said it a couple times. But I notice whenever I'm not doing as well, like I say, I'm not doing very well, I will get a bunch of alcohol ads. Do you think that's intentional? It sure the fuck is. That is intentional triggers. They want you back. Isn't it awesome how many issues, concerns, problems, AA, or life can be solved by the serenity prayer? That's it. And there it is. Even with this fight going on within the group, it's just drama. It's drama. It's the addiction of drama. And I'm not going to get caught up in it. Okay. I'm not going to sit down and mediate. I'm not going to do that. No, that's not my job. Okay. And what Leisure is saying is that's not a group problem, because it's not. It is no. The only reason it's a group problem is because you're disrupting the group. Okay. What are some other triggers that we might have? Family. People usually are triggers. Alcohol isn't the only trigger. Maybe a song will come on. Maybe an old TV commercial pops on Facebook or something and reminds you of a different time. Right? When Father's Day comes around, people are like, Father, I didn't have a father. So I get kind of uppity. Death. There you go. That's a trigger. What's some other trigger? A promotion. More money, making more money, success in life. That can be a trigger. Yeah. Anything that has any over emotion in it is probably going to be a trigger. And that's why we try and live a balanced life. And we try for that. Are we going to make mistakes? You bet we are. You bet we are. And there's been times when I've made mistakes that are just they were fucking stupid, but I had to make amends publicly too. See, there were some things that happened about 4 years ago. There was some division caused, and I was part of it. I created a part of it. So I made my amends for it. They said, "Oh, gee, I'm glad you noticed. Thanks." And the one thing that I did is not expect an amends back. And I didn't get one. And I know I'm not going to get one. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. See? I mean, really, all we're trying, for me anyway, I spent most of my life trying to be like other people instead of just being myself. Yeah. And you do get to a point in your life where really the only people that you should have in your life are the people that support you. Yeah. The people that support you, the people that say, hey, you know what? You don't get to do that at meetings. Don't be a dick. Go back and apologize. That's a friend. That's a friend. Okay. Not only that, but how many people got turned off from that group yesterday? I bet the numbers dip. I'll put money on it. Numbers dip. And I'll notice. I'll notice. Our numbers have been dipping anyway. That's okay, because in about a month, it's going to be balls to the wall again. Balls to the wall, man. Except that was a band, heavy metal band. God, I'm surprised I remember. Yeah, now suddenly I'm working at Boyer's again. So I actually need to reach out to them. But we can't go around saying, well, this person this and that person that, and then make the decision that, that's how life is going to be today because somebody did something to us. Right? Aren't we really all trying to go for some justice in this life? We all want to be heard. Sure, we do. We want to be heard in the right arenas. I just had a meeting with the Colorado Consortium. Prescription drug is what they do. Right? And it started out as talking about grants for trudging together, but it turned into there's a lot of bullshit happening. And now they all want to meet with me. Yeah. She's like, I didn't realize this is what was going on. We talked about recovery coaching. We talked about sober living. We talked about treatment. We talked about detoxes. We talked about, yeah. And I give names now. I don't mess around. Right? Everybody knows. Yeah. I told her I'm the one that calls bullshit. I'm that person. And that's what I let people know. That's about transparency. I believe that you have to be 100% transparent if you're going to make any kind of difference. I mean, you really need to. That's the way I feel about it anyway. And here we go, back on topic. Thank you, Amber. I have no control over other people, but I have control over my attitude and actions with the help. And there's the qualifier. There's the qualifier. With the help of my HP. Now, before everybody started discussing all this, did they talk to God first? Because I did. I said, God, give me the right words, right? But like I said, I sent a message and it says trouble sending. See if it did it again. Yeah. So I am just going to stop sending and delete because it's like the fourth time now. And God's saying, no, Dion, I'm not letting that one go through. See, that's how God works in our lives. So let's talk about the serenity prayer a little bit. I think that's a great topic and a solution, right? And that's what I was just talking about this young lady with. She's more my age, but that's okay. That I forgot. I said, let's get to the serenity prayer. So God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change. What are things that I cannot change? Usually people, places, and things, but this is not always true. There's sometimes when, what I'm going to say on this is, don't use that as a cop-out to not do what you're supposed to do. Oh, when I block out my shirt. Okay, kind of threw me for a second, right? The courage to change the things that I can, right? So we cannot change people, places, and things, but we can change ourselves, right? So I get a lot more done by going with the flow of the stream. And every now and again, I'll stick my oar out to push somebody over. But if it don't hurt, there ain't going to be any change. Not my shirt. Shirt, LOL, God. Just give me a hard time. Oh, you're making this too fun. Here's the key and the wisdom to know the difference. That's what I was going to say. Is I was telling her that I could, that people like us, we were talking about detoxes, that we can make the unwilling willing. Right? So when she blocks out her higher power, I'm doing my will. I'm not being happy, joyous, and free. I lose my fucking shit on people when I'm not connected. That's it. That's right. You don't have to be a drunk. You don't need to be drunk for that anger to come out. Right. In fact, you're going to be better at being angry. You'll be better at name calling. You'll be better all of that with all of it. Right. But the wisdom to know the difference really is the key. Okay. Now, let's say I see somebody doing something and it's disrupting my serenity. The first question I'm going to ask myself is this: am I doing it? See, in the beginning, my sponsor taught me something and he ingrained it into me. And he was right. In the very, very beginning, he was right at dead on. It was because it disrupted me because I was doing it also. So in the beginning, you caught it, you got it. You spot it, you got it. But for the grace of God go I. Even when I see people lose their shit in meetings, but for the grace of God go I. That's me. You bet. This person is sick. Like me. Yeah, I did a lot of changing from noticing what other people were doing and not doing. That was part of the taking the cotton out of my ears and putting it in my mouth and just shutting up for a little bit and listen. Right? Then what I would do is I got a little time under my belt. I share my experience, strength, and my hope. People were listening to me. And then I shut up and I listen. If you ever see me in a Zoom meeting, you'll see that I'm walking all over the place. But it's so I can listen. I might even be doing dishes, but it's so I can listen because I'm trying to hear what they're saying. Right? So the serenity prayer can be utilized for that. That's what's great about it. It can be utilized for so many different things, right? So if we get a trigger, God grant me the strength to accept. And what that does, it reminds us of what we're doing. If you need something shorter, try halt or shirt. Right? You're going to have to explain that whole thing to me, but I do get it. But I am a little naive on it. So there's nothing wrong with being naive. It just means you don't know. That's it. That's all it means. Doesn't mean you're stupid. There's a lot of information in this world. There really is. But when it comes down to it, no matter who did what, do I have trauma in my life? You bet your ass I do. But until I started accepting responsibility for my own triggers, I wouldn't have healed. See, when you take responsibility for you, okay, I saw that and it threw me off. It's a great question. And I don't know that I quite have an answer for you, Amber. Let's go to it because I totally forgot what I was talking about. It's one of those days. Can you ban someone from an AA meeting? Oh, it looks like you pulled this. Great stuff, Amber. Thank you. Though disruptions are rare, such a disrupted person may be asked to leave an AA meeting space. If the disruptive behavior inhibits the group ability to carry out its primary purpose, end of sentence. If the ability, when its primary purpose is to help the newcomer. No OA entity proposes to bar any individual from membership in Alcoholics Anonymous. And that's it. You cannot keep people out of meetings. I mean, and the way that I read that is maybe for that one meeting, right? But, I don't think it really is for a group to decide whether or not somebody should be in a meeting or not. That's like me trying to determine somebody's willingness. you know. And through that, Amber, I made some mistakes. We talked about that. I think I made some mistakes, right? But I'm going to learn from them. So all this stuff, yeah, exactly. Maybe it was just a bad fucking day, man. We all have those. And do you know what we do when we get mad? We take it out on the people we love the most. Well, that group may be the person that they love the most. See, we have to be tolerant. We've got to be tolerant. Yeah, of course they're not. And maybe for the day, that's okay. Hey, you know what? Having a hard time today. Why don't we make a breakout room for you or something? You can get this off your chest. See, Zoom's a little different. But what's been great about all of this is I'm learning what to do and not what to do when it comes to the club. See, Zoom's still pretty new, folks. We're figuring it out. We really are. And we're all lost. Right? Their AA as such ought not be organized. So, all right. Yeah. Ingrid knows I lowered my voice. I do want to actually keep talking, but I got some things to post and stuff to do. My wife's feeling better, so that's cool. I'm glad she's feeling better. Yeah, and cool talks today. All right. Oh, and I want to give a quick. I know, to some people it may seem small, but I want to give Amber some kudos because she's been helping me with the club and she's been helping me with the shopping. I suck at it. I could come up with like cups, right? But sometimes even these little things I need help with because I don't know everything. So I just want to say thank you. There'll be a shopping list out soon. I love y'all. Thank you for being here. Peace out and have a day.